This week's Book Sunday took me right into the heart of a city I love deeply, Johannesburg. The city of ambition, the city of possibility, the city where millions arrive believing their lives are about to change. And sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. The City is Mine by South African literary heavyweight Nick Mhlongo follows Mangi, a young man from Limpopo who moves to Johannesburg to study at UJ. Like so many people who arrive in the city, he comes carrying dreams, but life has other plans. He drops out of varsity, finds work in retail, falls in love with a woman named Aza, and together they begin building a life in London. Everything seems to be moving in the right direction until one day, Mangi discovers a secret his fiancée has been hiding from him for 8 years. And that discovery becomes the beginning of a devastating unraveling. He loses his job, he loses stability, and suddenly he finds himself navigating a version of Johannesburg most of us would rather not think about. I'm not sure what I was expecting, but the book forces you to look at the city differently. So what happens when opportunity never arrives? How do people become homeless? How do people survive when they have fallen through every crack imaginable? I found myself quite anxious throughout this book because I desperately wanted things to work out. I wanted Mangi to catch a break, but Johannesburg, much like itself, doesn't always operate according to our hopes. And that's what makes this story so fascinating. By the end, I realized I couldn't look at the city the same way again. Every traffic light, every pavement, every person carrying their life in a backpack suddenly felt different. And then it all made sense because this is written by Nick Mhlongo, one of South Africa's most gifted storytellers, a novelist, an essayist, a journalist, and an educator whose work has won numerous awards and has been translated around the world. The New York Times once described him as one of the most high-spirited and irreverent voices of post-apartheid South Africa. After reading this book, I understand why exactly. The City is Mine is a story about one man. It's a story about Johannesburg itself. It's messy, it's brutal, it's beautiful, unpredictable, and impossible to forget. Happy Book Sunday.